Green Flags, Tips by and for Regional Young People. Episode 1, Clear Safety Protocols. A map of Victoria. In Morwell, on Gunai Kurnai land, meet Catherine and Danni from the Youth Group Committee, the YGC, and youth worker Kylie from the Latrobe Youth Space. They moved all their youth-led social groups and activities online during lockdown. Many of the young people had never been in an online youth space before. This is what they learned about feeling safe online. A young person typing on a computer.
Making sure that everything has that privacy element for them, because I think that was, for our groups in this space, that was one of the biggest concerns, because especially for Rainbow Group, some of the young people might not be out.
A young person interacting with 3 avatars.
Nobody can just enter a Zoom, you have to actually become part of the membership of the group, which we had questions and things like that. We had to have group rules. If you have someone in the house, then they can't just sit in on it without chatting with us first, because that's other people's privacy. And
a young person facing a space landscape.
It feels really exciting to join sort of just like a Wild West, like non-regulated, completely unmonitored or unsupervised space. And when you're a young person, you're like, oh, this will be so much fun.
A young person facing a road lined with trees that slowly gets dark.
But just to think twice about that, because it comes with the pros of like feeling really free and really independent. But on the con side, it can be quite dangerous. And if things do go wrong, or if you're targeted or harassed, or worst case scenario, even stalked by somebody, that is the dark side of that.
A young person holding a circle with a tick.
I really recommend regional young people making sure that the spaces that you are joining have some sort of supervision, some sort of questions when you join, some sort of checks and balances. I mean, it doesn't have to be like nanny state, but just making sure that there are some of those things, because it will ultimately keep you safe and ensure that you can be part of that long term as well.
3 avatars working on a shared document.
We built the code of conducts in the group with the young people. We had like a red flag system that we utilise so that they can like moderate each other, but it becomes a bit of a joke, so it's not as intense and they don't feel like they're in trouble. And at the start of every session, we just made sure that we went through that checklist of like, these are all of the basic guidelines. Here's what to do if you're having a problem, and so on and so forth.
A video call of young people with some people leading the call.
Knowing the functions of what you're using. So in case, something's getting a bit out of hand, you do have that option to mute or ask someone to leave. And letting the young people know if you're not comfortable being on camera, that's completely fine. Turn it off, mute yourself, use the chat function. Just know we're always here for you.
2 young people messaging each other from their devices.
the Y are really strong about safeguarding and protecting and minimising risk, and I think the young people that we work with, that was our foremost focus, just having all those connections in place and then, mitigating risks.
There was always those people that they could really resonate with and form those connections with on a deeper level as well and feel supported.
Green Flags is part of YACVic's Learning from COVID-19 series. To see more stories like this, visit yacvic.org.au/green-flags.